What's up, everybody? How's it going? It is Thomas J. Bellezza, and this is the right mindset. Anyway, oh, something just happened. Let's just save the changes. Boom, done. All right, everybody, welcome to the show. It is 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it is Sunday, December 14th. That's right. Okay, let's get into it. Today we are doing what I love to call Writing a Book with Me, a series that we've been working on for 48 weeks prior to this moment. Oh my lord. That's right. Today is all about writing a book with me. From concept to conception. I've been having a lot of fun with this series. I just want to put that out there. All right. From concept to conception. All right. Anyway, just waiting for a few people to join in. But before we do that, let's get into the spiel, the feel, the peel, and talk about what it is we are doing today. Let's share the screen. Boop boop boo doo boop ba doo boo doo boop boop boo doo doo. Everybody dance with me. All right. If you don't know, and I know you do know, because if you've been following along for 48 weeks, you know that it's the same thing over and over and over again. And we are learning how to write a book in real time. I am showing people my process, the Thomas J. Bellezza writing process. This is not the only way or the correct way. It is just the way that I do it. And I'm just showing you a behind the scenes, sort of kind of like, hey, look, see, I'm basically the Wizard of Oz, okay? And I'm allowing you to see on the screen in real time the whole process from writing, from the concept to literally conception. I did zero prep work for this. This has all been on the screen, and that's what we do. As you can see, I have on the screen, if this is your first time ever getting here, I have 21 steps. All right. And we've already done 5 of those steps. In fact, last Sunday, we officially concluded the 6th step. That's right. Hey, what's up, flowers? How's it going today? Welcome to episode 49. As I was saying, we just spent the last couple episodes doing organized plot points and elements. Basically, what I did was I went through the 0 draft outlines and took notes of what I had to add and adjust. So now we are officially on step 7, adjust what I found. Now, before I get into this, I'm going to let a couple people show up, fill up the room a little bit. But for anyone who's here currently, just know there is a poll that we will talk at the end of the hour. Which writing rules should you break first? We have show, don't tell. We have write what you know. We have kill your darlings. And then we have start with action. A quick overview of what any of that means is basically, I believe show, don't tell should be show, sometimes tell. So, the show don't tell rule has really taken us away from feeling that it's okay to sometimes say, look, they stood there devastated. All right. They stood there beaten. They stood there weak. They stood there tired. They stood there sick. They stood there in love. Like, just because show don't tell is a rule doesn't mean that you can't just say what it is. Telling is allowed. So it's show, sometimes tell. That's what we kind of do. But show, don't tell is specifically about literally showing everything. So when should you break that? We'll talk about that. The other thing is write what you know. This one we will definitely get into a conversation with when you should break that. But write what you know is ultimately that the rule that stands is you can't really write about anything you don't know. But we're going to talk about how insane that is. Killing your darlings, which I see we already have 3 votes on that. This is the rule that creates basically that restraint, like, I don't want to break anything. I got to keep it all. But then you learn, hey, I'm allowed to do what I want because I'm a writer, right? And then, of course, start with action, which is interesting because that was something we talked about yesterday. All right. Anyway, if you have questions, by the way, feel free to ask them. Okay, as we do this series, I have the little scroll on the bottom. Feel free to ask questions about your own writing or what I am doing on the screen. Remember, I'm a developmental editor and a writing teacher, so it's like free education. And by the way, before we get into the good of it all, please bloop the beard and bloop that like button. All the interaction and reactions definitely help the channel. Ciao, bello beard. Salve, piacere, mia amica. What up, bro? Nothing, buddy pants. Doing my thing. Hi, flowers. All right, we're going to get into it. Again, today is the 49th episode of Write a Book With Me series from Concept to Conception. All right, let's go into it. Just what I found. I have never killed the darling, one of the many reasons I love writing romance. Well, if you kill the darling in a romance, then it's a crime. Hey-o! Hey-o! Oh, already this early? This early? You ready to get a gong this early for myself? I understand. All right, let's get into it. All right. Let's go over the notes, something here. Planets, names, and distances. First planet where? Quartzic. Anyway, Alora Olivia. We'll get into this. All right. What's this? Something in the air. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Hey ho 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 ho! Welcome everybody. For those just jumping in now, we are officially on the next step. We are adjusting what we found in the notes, and we're going to be adding and cleaning up the chapters, the zero draft chapters. I need to deal with a large piece of pork, but I'll be back later. We'll see you soon, Emma. By the way, if no one saw the poll, which rule do you break first? Show, don't tell. Write what you know. Kill your darlings. Start with action. Wink. Emma. Wink. Wink, 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 wink. Oh, where are we? Okay. So what did I just do? I took all the notes and what's up, rogue? Reading room. Hi, flowers. I took all the notes from my note thing so I don't have to go back and forth. And we're gonna work on this. Finally get to use a real keyboard for a change. Hey, I'm glad you're getting to sit home and relaxing. Flowers. By the way, I notice everyone's picking kill your darlings. Just so you know, the question is which rule should you break first, meaning the break of the rule is to not kill your darlings. So I'm assuming we are choosing that based on I don't want to kill my darlings. They're going to stay. But remember, I'm not trying to influence the vote, but you have to always serve the narrative. Just say. Just say. Write what you know. That's my least favorite rule, by the way. Your snow from yesterday must have. I blew it your way. I was like, all right. I did not choose that one. You chose write what you know as the first rule to break, and I agree with that. Though that isn't the only thing I agree with. We'll talk about it later. High flowers and SB. All right. So what I'm doing right now is I am just taking the notes from above and I'm putting them into the areas where I feel I'm going to add them. And then we're going to go through. I'm going to show you what I do. I'm going to show you what I do. We're going to show instead of tell. That's what I said up there. Points, points, points. Finally. I missed it and I apologize. Let's see. Emma, oink. Wavy, wavy. That's what I said up there. What to what? What to what? What to what? 2 is here, everyone. 2 has officially made it to the show. I know, baby. I know. I know, baby. Show me. Don't tell me. What? Come on. You got to come over here. Come on. Come on. You know, I have a little. I made like a little tunnel, like a little entrance for her, and she like rarely. Oh my god, here she is. Here she is. I'm gonna step all over the keyboards. Okay. No cat booty. No cat booty shots today. That'll actually cost extra. That's on my only cats. Only cats. Okay, make sure the computer always has an attitude anytime it's speaking. We're gonna bring this down here. 2, you gotta go. You know what? Actually, this one I'm gonna leave right here because this is like a note. I need to work out the hyperspace device, what they look like, and how they work. This is also a check back. Anybody want a cat? All right. Anybody? Your cat always seems lost. I mean, she kind of is. She's like, where do I go, Pop? Do I hang out? Where's the best place for you to pet me? Where is the best place for you to pet me? She left. She's like, you're not going to pet me, are you? Not today. It's being punished. Mine would just plop down in the way. Well, she does that too, but she walks by because she knows if she walks by, I usually will just grab her and hold her, or I would start petting her. And she sits to the side over here and she lays down and she expects, nay, demands I give her rubs, belly rubs. But I'm working. I'm working. I'm trying to help everyone here, I'm trying to. All right. The father was an engineer. Bring this down all the way to the third one. All right, let's see. Father, stepfather. All right. Now I'm putting this outside of the scene because I have to fit it into the scene in a way that makes sense. I'm not gonna just have one moment like you're a mechanic. Like I'm gonna have to build it into uh, the rhythm of the scene. I gotta build it into the rhythm of the scene. I think this is the second time I've mentioned this, but let's bring this back down here. Everybody wants some. Oh, look at this. We're almost there. When the ship is being unloaded, have pop in. Okay. How's everyone doing? You excited? You excited? You excited for what's going on? Excited what's going on? All right. I finally watched the show 24, finished first season. Very interesting. Season 2, I will try to recognize the 27 PPPs. Yeah. The first season of 24, fantastic. Excellent twists. Second season, you're going to be like, I think they're trying to figure out what to do with these other characters that were really interesting in the first episode season. But still a good show. Still a fun show. 24. Yeah, please look for it. I will say this technically, um, every episode has a 27 plot points, but they're so quick. They're like, oof, oof, oof. So what I would recommend looking for when you're watching a television show is recognizing what, uh, especially a show like 24, what is the show's 27 plot point beats. So basically, episode 1 is without a doubt going to be Ordinary World and the inciting incident, and potentially the response to that inciting incident. I know too. So keep that in mind. But then, like, every episode might just be moving forward something, but every episode itself also would have inciting incidents and the plot. So, what we got here? Oh, we got a whole bunch of stuff. Hi, Ro. Hello. Hi. Did you eat your pork already? What is up, Afghani? Hi, I've been upset since last night. My work has a white elephant gift game next Monday. My work. And my mother's daughter told me that I. Is your mother's daughter? You mean your sister? Told me that I can't go because I'm on vacation, and then she. Hi, Hannah. Thomas, Mia Caro. Some people just watch TV for fun. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Not this guy. Okay. Really enjoyed 24. However, you will notice that as the seasons progress, the things that took an episode to do start being done very, very much faster. The other thing that look, this is what took me out of 24 is they're in LA, and the show is supposed to happen over the course of 1 hour, and they drive to locations that would take an hour just because of traffic. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Hi, Emma. The pork is being annoying and not cooking fast enough. That's what she said. I feel my aim in life is to get Thomas's brain to switch off for at least 20 minutes. There's only 3 ways to do that, and they are. Oh, the mic went off. Everything cut off. I just got everything working. I can't repeat it. I'm not allowed to repeat it, but I did mention all three. I did mention all three. All right. Told me that I won't be there to play because I'm on vacation. And I told her that I wanted to be. And lastly, she said, Hannah, I have no problem with you telling us this stuff, but these aren't private messages. Like it sounds like you're saying some personal stuff, and I just want you to know we're here to support you and love you and care for you, but at the same time, just know that these are not private messages. Like they're coming to the entirety of the internet, and I just want you to know I care about you, so I don't want you to I just want you to know in case you're saying anything that you wouldn't want public. But I do appreciate you feeling comfortable and candid enough to express that to the people. But because I care about you, I just want to say that. All right, let's get back into it. Okay. She's my sister. That's what I figured. Either on vacay or work. Just curious, Hannah. Are you related to your mother's daughter? Oh, that's a good question. Are you related to? Does that mean because then would she be adopted? Right? Was that an adoption? Like this is technically my mother's daughter. I am just adopted. I don't know. That's what. See, look, I did the math. I deduced it. I've been watching a lot of Sherlock Holmes. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. She always says my mother's daughter on my mother's grandchildren, so just wondering if they are related. Good deduction. Good deduction. All right. More Holmes. Elementary, Watson. 2. All right. I love Sherlock. Yeah, Sherlock the books though far superior to any medium that's ever been created, but I do love watching a good Sherlock. Can't go wrong with that. All right. Well, I appreciate you sharing that with us. No, truly. What, baby? What, baby? Get it, come over here. Come on. Come on. You coming? Come on. Come on. Oh, boy. Where are you? Come on. Come on. I don't know what to do with the cat. All right. I jolted about my seat. Oh, I'm gonna change all this. Yeah, but yeah. My name is Two. All right. Let's go in there. Emma, did you get to see the joke I sent you on your YouTube post wall? Did you? Did you? Did you see it? Yeah. As you can see, I'm just cleaning up the notes that I took from our note taking, and I'm just putting them into the chapter and just making sure they make sense and they're where they need to be and fit where they need to be. Copy. I'm gonna have the rock music playing when they're unloading the ship. All right. Now, what I just did there is, as writers, our job as writers is to ask questions, make choices, and then be convicted. You know, have conviction in the commitment of the choice we make. I did not row. I'll look. I'll look. Okay. What I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna take this out of here. I'm gonna put this right here. Right here. Oh, I got that. This is a joke. Oh, she says hi to them as the doors open, making comment that they moved the landing spot. This is a joke. Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, because if I didn't write that, you know, the way I would play it out would be serious, and since it's supposed to be a joke. Sometimes you gotta, you know, because you need the emotional context. You need it to make sense, you know. Oh, my head is. Oof. All right, go back down here. All right. Didn't he lose his leg? All right. Okay. Here's a little story. No, I totally get it. Although I found it humorous, I would likely do the same thing to myself, forgetting it was a joke. Yeah, that's what we do as writers. You know, we got to leave a little markers. So why am I doing this note here? It's because I want to allude or foreshadow that the father is indeed retired, but it's because he lost his leg at work. But I don't want to be like, you know, and obviously these are not the words I'm going to use when I write out a draft. Why is my head all... Oof. They're not going to be the words I use writing out the draft. They're just going to be the foundation for how it works, you know. Sorry about that. I do want to get the dog in here. All right. Laura is a... She does have a sister. Should we call Laura's sister because they're aliens? What's that oh jeez, my head. What's that? It's like on an English show. I can't remember the name of the show, but it's Hugh Laurie is this guy and he goes, "My name is what's he do? He like drops something. He drops like keys or whatever. He goes, "My name is..." I thought it was funny. All right. I'm sorry. What is your name again? Laura's sister's name. All right. So we definitely need a Laura's sister, a Laura's mother. What's the dog's name? Okay. All right. Oh, we're gonna hear. Hey, Cindy, what is up, Cindy? Call her Nanu, 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 Nanu. Uh, Smoking Mindy. Um, so why did I do this? One of the things I like doing about oh my head, I don't know what's going on in my head. One of the things I like doing with scenes, and again, remember this is just a zero draft. I'm not writing out prose yet. I'm just writing out the rhythm of the scene, the chapter, and stuff. I like to have movement. We talked about this yesterday, but so natural movements to keep sort of like the eye and the camera moving is, you know, this dog gets up and just has to go out, so the sister lets out the dog. I thought about who should it be. You know, the sister's pretty light on the page. I'm gonna give her a little bit more energy on the page. obviously as I write it. In fact, I'm gonna give myself a note on here. Just presence on the page. All right, and what's going on here is when I'm looking at scenes, I like to have that kind of movement where people are doing things that are just a part of life, but don't distract from the narrative movement. It's just those little kind of like they just add more in world or lived in world mechanics. So I kind of like that. The other thing I'm thinking of is because it is sci-fi, so I don't want them to just be like a traditional house and kitchen. So um, So these are the things I kind of think about when I'm working on the zero drafts, when I'm going through the notes sections, when I'm adding stuff, when I'm adjusting. And the process is ever evolving, and just because I went through and took all the notes doesn't mean I can't add more notes. It doesn't mean that I can't allow myself to get spocked, my mind go whee, and I start creating new opportunities. So that's ultimately what I'm doing here. That's ultimate. Oof. I've been drinking a lot of water. I think I have a migraine. The water is not helping. All right. Hypertension. Okay. All right. I feel like I did. This one's good. We're gonna go backwards. Do, 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 do. Chapter 2. Jesus. Look at all the chapter 2 notes. Chapter 2 notes. Let's do it. Yeah, that I know. We'll give him a name. Wee. Ba, 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 ba. Is it here? Just adding notes. Taking bigger gigs. Interesting. Notes. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. I don't understand what's going on. What, two? What's going on? Interesting. All right. Okay. Something is amiss. Do, 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 do. Something is amiss. Fix it. 6767. Did I use that right? I believe you did. I believe you did. Well, I also that's a funny joke if it's a joke because like migraines are in your head. But I also know that kind of pain is all in your head. In your head. All I know is I'm nauseous from it. Make it a shorter stream today if it's getting too harsh. Shorter on the hang. Oh yeah, yeah. I may agree with Ro. No, that was a good joke. No, I like the joke. I'll give you an applause for it. I'm just my head is actually. Oof. Yeah, I might call it a short day today. I don't know what's going on. All right. The war is comfort. Six seven 6 7. Low temper fate. That's what. All right, so as you can see, I'm trying to make it so I don't have to add extra beats or note. Like I'm just in my mind, she has to watch them load stuff in, so she could just be watching them on the video, you know. Gun. All right. Oof. If you're just joining in, my head is killing me. All right. Every time they introduce me to the new slang words, I start saying them a million times to wear them out as quickly as possible. That's really the best way to go about it. Meow. Cat is going wild. All right. I already have that there. Oh. Oh yeah. We got 10 more minutes. All right. All right. So as you can see, I'm basically just well, first of all, I'm not talking as much because my head, but uh I'm just organizing the notes into where I feel they might fit best for the particular narrative of the chapter. All right, so this note is something that I would actually I'm gonna double up on. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna put this in two spots. This is definitely something I have to think about, but I want to make sure it's right. There's two scenes. It's two scenes. All right. Just so I know that there's a soft chapter break. Soft chapter break. You would think so, but I still feel it. Still feel it. And I did wash my hair just recently, so kind of thin. I don't really actually make a tight bun. I do like this. What I do is I wrap the hair around my hand, and then I put the things around the hair, and not necessarily pull. Like it's not pulling on my head. It's just the ball of hair kind of bunned up. I learned that I do it because of when I was in Aikido, my sensei, who was from Japan, was like, "Your hair is really long." He didn't sound like that, but I'm not gonna do the accent. But he was from Japan, and he's like, "You should, if you want, you can put it up, do it like this." And he showed me how he does it in how they do it in Japan. Of course, I don't I just put it up. I just put it up. Oh, that's funny. All right, so this is gonna go way down here. All right. All right, we did two chapters. We did two chapters. All right. I really wanted to talk about the poll today, but I get enough sleep. I ate. I get migraines. It happens because I have I got some herniated discs in my neck from when I was younger, and it just shoots up, and I can't take Tylenol, can't take medicine anymore, as per the doctor. So that's anyway. Let's do this. I'm way out of it. I apologize. Please. The Dance King Monkey is a little tired today from pain. But what do we got? What do we got? All right. Let's close that out. Poll. All right, which rule shows you break first? Which writing rule should you break first? We have show don't tell, write what you know, kill your darlings, and start with action. We have 9% for show don't tell and start with action. We have 36% with write with what you know, and we have 45%. That's pretty good. All right, but let me try to. I wrote some notes down for myself. The thing with show don't tell is my feelings. I always thought I had to write what I know, but I find it's not true. I agree with that statement, and I'm going to get into that. I'm going to definitely get into that. That would do it. Oh, yeah, they herniated this. I'm definitely going to get into this. I want to mention show don't tell. So remember, when you're writing, it should be show sometimes tell, because in reality, what you have to do is occasionally, to keep the pace moving, to keep a faster pace, because remember, pace is the speed at which information is presented to the reader. Pace isn't necessarily that it's a fast read or a slow read. It is simply just the amount of information that's on the page. Yeah, I know. Thank you. I'm gonna get through it. I want to get through it because this is important to me, I care about this. So show sometimes tell is important because occasionally you just want to be like, they laid there in pain with a headache. You don't have to necessarily show them holding their head and like slur. You could probably slur their dialogue, but sometimes you just want to keep the pace going, keep it moving. And in those situations, I wouldn't recommend saying he was devastated, but I might say, he stood there devastated, or the devastation of his friend's death sat in his mind or sat on him. Sometimes it's okay to just get to the point because it might not be narratively potent. I guess in that situation it might be narratively potent that his best friend was killed, but like, for example, sometimes you don't have to describe the entire wall and its wallpaper, the color of the wallpaper, the style of the wallpaper, unless of course it directly connects to the emotional truth of the character. So remember, story is plot moving through the emotional experiences and choices of characters. So in that situation, if it's just wallpaper, sometimes you could just say the wallpaper was colorful. You know what I'm saying? So I believe writing rules that should be broken first, all four of these should be broken at the same exact time, because show don't tell should really be show sometimes tell. But also I feel like people have been pounding show don't tell into people's minds that we forget that we're allowed to go into people's thoughts. We're allowed to have opinions and ideas, because sometimes the narrator's voice is the story, the way the narration is being presented. Sometimes you want to have an emotional quality to things. You want to sit in it. You want to have thoughts and ideas. I'm not surprised through the poorly. Yeah, I'm like, so I'm just saying, it's important with show don't tell to break that rule, and sometimes tell, because again, you just want the speed of the scene. The other thing, write what you know. This one, as SB said, it's not necessarily write what you know, right? This rule, because if that was the case, it would eliminate literally speculative fiction. It would eliminate historical fiction. It would eliminate most literary fiction. In fact, it would eliminate sci-fi. I've never been in space. I've never had a spaceship. I've never even flown a spaceship. In fact, I'm not even an alien. But what we should be doing when we break that rule is looking at it where it is about our personal experiences and how we connect it to things that are external. So it should really be write what you can emotionally understand, right? So you as a human being understand loss. You understand uh, how that loss can restrain you. It could the sorrow, the grief, right? But more importantly, if we relate it to a spaceship, um, I will. I'm almost there. I'm almost done. I promise you. And then I'm going. I'm taking a nap. I'm going in, and I'm not gonna do more than an hour. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. But I do love the appreciation. Um. Uh. So yeah. So right when you know, when it comes to spaceships, it's really about the exploration of how the character would feel, and less about the fact that you're flying a spaceship. So I believe that rule should be broken as well. Kill your darlings. Ugh. I think it should be really the diamonds in the rough, but uh, this rule is something that definitely restricts people because they get scared. They're like, I got to be willing to kill all the darlings and not fight for them. But I honestly believe you should just kill the boring darlings. Kill the things that aren't narratively important, that aren't narratively potent, that aren't narratively moving things. If it's just there and it's if things are happening but nothing is happening, that's an opportunity to potentially kill the darlings because it is boring. It's not doing anything. However, I do believe wholeheartedly that if something is not working, you as the writer, if you really do believe in it, just need to ask questions and try to make it work. That's my feelings. And finally, start with action. Uh, I don't know if you ever ever heard this opening, right? This opening is like, it was a bright and cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13, right? That is not action. We're sitting in something, right? This is, um, we're sitting in atmosphere. We're sitting in a thought, an idea. We're creating mood. So when they say start with action, I believe it should really be start with movement. So it was a cold day in April and the clocks were striking 13. It's technically movement. We're moving through an emotional truth, an experience of a character, and we're creating something, an idea. It's something to think about. Action would just be they open the door. So it's okay to start with atmosphere, context, allow it to be more voice heavy. Um, it doesn't always have to just be whatever. All right, there you go. Waves. I'm really late. Hi, Diana. We're actually getting off now. I'm. All right, we're done. This migraine is going, is going. Oh, what is this? I did a full notebook, but it kind of seems like a drag. Very good. Very good, my friend. Very good. Okay, okay. I think we gotta get ready to go. We got here waves. Hi, yeah, we're getting ready to go, Diana. Thank you for being here for us through your pay and support. I love you guys, and appreciate that. I'm going though. Oh yeah, I think I'm going. You're a hard worker. You can rest. Yeah, thank you. Peace be upon you, my friend. Assalamu alaikum. I'm ready for a nap. I was oh, with Audacity, record my first. I think you should record a video. You lost 13 pounds. That's congratulations. All right, I'm out. I'm so sorry that I'm cutting it short today, guys. I'm sorry, but well, let me end the thing, and then but other than that, congratulations on the 13 pounds. With that said, I'll see you next week. I gotta go. I gotta take a sleepy poo. Yes, I did. I gotta take care. I'm out of it. You can tell I'm out of it. That's what I'm saying. All right, I'm out. I'm Thomas J. Bellezza, and as always, Keep developing. Oh, the right mindset.